Now at 4 primary day in 2 cities in Western Mass did not bring out the voter turnout that election officials had expected. Chicopee had a 2% voter turnout.
And a mayoral matchup in Holyoke brought out less than 19% of registered voters. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis joins us live from Chicopee with more. Leon?
Yeah, Chris, Jordan, these numbers in Holyoke are coming in from a 7-candidate primary race for mayor. And it's been more than 9 years since the city of Holyoke elected a new mayor.
We got just about 19% voter turnout, which obviously is not great, but it is about 5% higher than we saw 4 years ago in our last mayoral election preliminary.
Holyoke City Clerk Brenna Murphy-McGee breaking down the election result numbers for us. Let me show you some comparisons. In September 2017, the mayoral primary, including incumbent mayor Alex Morse, drew in just under 14% of registered voters to the polls. This time around, that number is just under 19%. For the November 2017 Holyoke mayor election, the voter turnout was 31%, more than double the primary turnout and 12 points higher than the primary this year.
We would have liked to see a higher turnout, but unfortunately, history of preliminary elections just shows that people just don't seem as interested in preliminary elections as they do in regular municipal elections.
The 2 candidates that will face off for the Holyoke mayor seat in November are Mike Sullivan and Joshua Garcia. They tell Western Mass News why they believe the voter turnout was on the lower side on Tuesday.
It's divided by income, and it just so happens that those neighborhoods that are lowest in income are predominantly Hispanic, and you see lower voter turnout in those neighborhoods. That leads to other questions and concerns about representation.
There was nothing else on the ballot at all except this. There was no city council, no ballot questions, no state thing. So we knew it would be low.
Over in Chicopee, their voter turnout for a city-wide school committee spot and Ward 5 city council seat brought out less than 2% of voters. We tried to look up data to compare past elections, but the Chicopee city clerk tells us in a statement, typically a municipal election can run about 12 to 35% citywide, depending on voter interest. We could not find a race historically that matched up with Tuesday's ballot. He explains to us why things could have played out the way they did.
Could be an indication that they may be happy with the way things are being run. Usually there's a groundswell of support for change when change is needed, and we didn't see that on Tuesday.
Now, coming up tonight on Western Mass News, we dig deeper into voting issues raised yesterday about Holyoke's voting process, and we're going to break things down for you. We'll have the details tonight. For now, live for Western Mass News, I'm Leon Purvis.